Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place. I'll tell you what the place where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. Where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WMVA 88.9 FM, WGPL 1350 AM studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to WPCE1400am.com, WGPL 1350 am.com, click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Go to our newest channel on YouTube, FYI Radio host Yolanda Hinton. And you can always go to Crystal Records One, CRISTO Records One. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We need the numbers.
Yeah.
Mr.
We'll
E,
shout them out.
We're gonna shout you out. We promise.
Yeah.
Mr. E.
Yes.
What time is it? What day is it today?
Today is Hump Day. Yeah.
What a wonderful hump day that is. I tell you what, we are enjoying this wonderful weather here in the Hampton Roads area.
Rain today.
We expect it to be a little rainy, but 70 degrees.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that. And expecting a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, Mr. E is our segment, What's Under the Hat? We usually say issues concerning men.
Yeah.
But we have a very special guest this morning, our friend and brother, Mr. Alan Ellis, Out of the Box Ministry. And I tell you, he's probably got Out of the Box Ministry and more. He's going to tell us about it in a minute. Good morning, Alan.
Good morning to you.
Ooh, you're up and popping.
Up and popping. Getting ready to get my full mile in. Once the sprinkle out.
You getting ready to get it in?
Yes, I am.
I tell you what, this is marvelous. Alan, tell our audience, and they probably know you anyway, a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and we're going to get to what you're doing in a minute. But yeah, just let people get more familiar with you and some of your work.
Good morning. Okay, I am Alan, and I'm a country boy. I am literally from Surrey County.
Wow.
A lot of folks don't know that. I'm here in Chesapeake pretty much all my life, but I'm born bred. I'm a cougar. Very County Cruiser.
Wow.
And that's all about me. Yeah, that's where I'm from,
That's
guys.
that's where you're from. I mean, every time you say that, I'm just like surprised because I always thought you were from here, or either I always thought you were from Washington D.C. at one time when I first met you.
That's funny. Because you know what? I think when we met during that time, I just come back from living in that area.
Right.
That's why. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm a country boy. Love the country. Berry County is something special.
That is
I've got to say
marvelous.
it. The older I get, the more I understand how special that place really is.
And you love it. I tell you what, Alan, is so much going on. Your career has been, and ministry and friendship has been there throughout the years. You've worked on plays. You've worked on all kind of activities, and you've traveled and stuff like that. Um, you are now, you and your daughter, Almani Ellis, you're now celebrating 20 years out of the box. Tell us about that. First of all, I want to know why you got started in mime, but tell us a little bit about that journey.
That journey even to me was a surprise as well. You know, I started in the writing, directing, producing gospel stage plays. You know, I started, even through high school, college, I was writing and creating, and all that whole journey has been about creating. And so, in the midst of my writing and producing plays on the road with David Page, Good Man's Hard to Find, creating my own show, moving to Philadelphia, meeting Michael Matthews from Mama Dome. That's a long journey. I started my own company at that time with Jumping Jack Productions.
Yes.
And then I met Miss Yolanda in the post office.
In the post office. I had just started Crystal Records.
I was going to say, she was doing Crystal Records. And we connected then, and we've been connected ever since.
Absolutely.
So I started doing the plays and traveling and on the road. And in the midst of that journey, it was like God hit me with a bag of rocks and said, mine. I said,
wow.
Mine?
Wow.
I literally said, I'm not doing that. You want me to put on a white face paint? And when I gave in to God's demand, was instantly we were at the White almost instantly, but we were at the White House doing the White House tree lighting ceremony. And that was like, okay, because we were in Richmond, somebody called in Richmond, they called back to the church and was like, we're trying to reach out the box. And the lady said, hello, are you available to do the White House tree lighting ceremony?
Wow.
I was like, White House? Let me check my stuff.
All right, man. I love it.
So, but from that point, the journey has been incredible with Armani and I. In the beginning with Jonathan Chapman, Alex McDonald, and Armani and myself. And then, of course, the guys were in school and Armani. Well, it was first Armani.
Yes.
And then the guys.
Right.
And Armani and I from the last 20 years. God has opened so many doors for us.
Yes.
And so here it is, 20 years.
Later.
20 years later. Yeah.
You know, I remember when Almani, when I first met her, she was little, but guess what? She was so powerful. I remember having her to come over to my Young Women Achieving Success mentoring program and talking to the girls. She was about, I think maybe she wasn't a teenager yet that I know of, but you had her out, where she was learning how to, speak and, really make an impression on young ladies. And so I'll never forget that. Then you all become, she was 12. She was young. And she came and she talked to the girls. I'll never forget that. But you all have become a duo. I mean, the thing about it is, You all are really, really good. You all just really give the best. Just last year, you all were with us at our anti-bullying rally. You and your team, and you all are just highly favored and really, really talented. When God gave you that assignment, Alan, He knew what He was doing because you all have worked in excellence and have you all really wear it well.
That's right. Good morning, Alan. How are you, sir?
Good morning. Good morning.
Granddaddy. I remember when Alan first had that grandbaby, and he wanted some information on how to be a granddaddy.
he was excited about being in the granddaddy's club.
That's right.
In the grandpa's club, in the grandparents' club.
Alan, I want to take you back to your miming. That when you do your miming, that back in the days of old, they call it a liturgical praise. It has a message. Now, what made you decide to come up with the liturgical praise to bring the message to them out there?
Well, listen, mind is really the art of communicating with our words.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've been communicating without words since the beginning of time. When I look at you and you're hurting, I know you're hurting because you're communicating your hurt through pain without words, but through your facial expression.
Yes.
And so that's all mine is. And so it's the beginning foundation of theater because you learn how to not say what you don't say without saying it first.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's all mine is the ability to communicate without words. And so, and as things transition to the church, of course, we use music to tell our stories to kind of peel back the layers of what words are saying. We just paint pictures of God's hope, healing, and deliverance.
That's wonderful. I
want to mention this, Alan. I've seen you throughout the years, your plays and things like that, but you did one over at the theater at Wilson. It was Wilson High School. They had a Willett Hall, and it was what was that? It was a silent. That was the best. I mean, it was absolutely awesome. Tell us about that. And we're getting ready to go to talk about your event, but please tell us about that one. That was so marvelous.
Yolanda, I call you Mylanda. Mylanda, when we met, I was in the thick of writing, creating plays, and on the road, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then God gave me the mind thing, which plays gives you the verbal perspective on stage, and mind gives you the nonverbal perspective. And so then God got in my spirit, creating a whole show like I was doing plays, but He created from a nonverbal perspective. And so that's how Silent Story was birthed.
Yes.
And it was a full-fledged live mime show. No words, no, just live band, live set, live singers, all told through mime and heavily driven through music and musicians.
Yes.
And so, and that was the beginning of Silent Stories. And then God elevated this thing because a part of that show had us coming out of the air, miming on cable.
Yes.
And that was, almost 20 years ago. That was a good, 15 years ago,
Yes.
And then the second time we did that piece, of course, Lenny Williams came in.
Absolutely. I remember.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I had the mind to Lenny, and we had a great
It was
time,
really good. It was really good.
I have to bring that back. So that may come back to the subject center.
I wish you would.
Coming up this for 25.
Yes.
Interested in it last year on this season. So that may be one of the pieces that may come back this year.
Very good. It was very good. Alan, 20 years. Armani, Alice, congratulations. Let's talk about the celebration. You have an event. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah. Wow. Listen, this is my girl. This is our 20th year such a milestone. And so we're going to have a celebration, a 20-year celebration on Saturday, December 7th at the Mount,
Yes.
at my church.
Mm-hmm.
Best church in the land.
It's a wonderful
And
church.
listen, we're going to have a celebration. It's going to be an art celebration with mind, music, and ministry collide.
Wow.
Our friends are coming from near and far. Uh, Dr. Amanda Stanley from the Divine Dance Institute. Um, she has a wonderful dance ministry, a dance educator. Um, Her kids end up always at Alvin Ailey and
Wow.
doing, just amazing. Um, Her sister runs Greater Allen Cathedral Church, co-director in New York City. We were just there back in July with them. Um, but my little sister Juanita Conti, who was when she was 14, was in my play My God Your God.
Yes.
But she now sings with Jason Harrison and Dr.
Mm.
Nelson. You name it, she's
Done it.
She's vocalist and singer and preacher. She can do it all. But she'll be with us and just so many others will be with us to celebrate that night of mine and music as Almani and I get to reflect and reminisce on our 20 years together in ministry.
Yes. That is
So tell me, Alan, how does it feel for have a father and daughter? You know,
Yeah.
they try and bring things back together where they had the father and daddy and daughter dance. But for you and your daughter to mind to reach the hearts and the souls of people, how does it feel that you and her are performing and bringing tears to people and bringing folks to know the Lord?
It is indescribable. It's something. It's very hard to put into words that God would choose me and allow us to be together as a father-daughter team. And the fact that since she was 4, we were getting together and starting traveling young, and you know, and when she was young, I would say to her, I said, "Baby, I want you to understand, this is special
Mm-hmm.
because folk are not during that time that no one was paying you to come
Yeah.
minister to them, not a mind to you.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
They weren't flying you out to California or flying you out to Florida or Chicago, all these places we were going, and then giving you checks when you got there.
Amen.
You can hardly get singers who open their mouth like you ain't saying nothing. That just tells you how God has stamped His hand on our ministry. And so I always say this to me: I love mine, um, but what makes it really special for me is the fact that I get to stand beside my daughter and
Yeah.
share this thing. That makes it, uh, I said, listen, I'm not excited about going to, when you understand the age difference. When she was 12, whatever, I was 38.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a big difference. So when folks have their little conferences and things, we would go, and as they do, when it's over, they want to go out to eat, they want to go this, they want to go that. Well, listen, I'm not trying to do that. Okay,
You
because y'all are
gotta lay
18
back.
and I'm 38. My child is 12 and y'all are 18. So, it was without a doubt, it was assignment for us.
Yes.
Though I ain't like I'm better than y'all, we can have a good time.
But then you just didn't do all that.
I'm not
Too much.
trying to go out with y'all at 18 and sit down at IHOP and talk about nothing.
But
And my
Alan,
child probably don't need to hear what y'all got to say. Okay.
well, Alan, tell us about Almani, your other half, your duo, part of your duo, your daughter. We want to know a little bit about her. Tell us as you see her as a father, as a co-worker, and a friend.
Amani is an absolute wonderful young lady with
Yes.
a huge heart for ministry. She's and since the beginning of time, Amani has always given the yes to God,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and her yes has always opened doors for her.
Yes.
Um, and I watched her years when her schedule was crazy. I always wanted to make sure that she wanted to do this, not just it was my influence on her, but giving her the option that I might, do you want to do this? Because you don't have to do it because of me.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to do it and for you to be happy. And anytime you're not, you don't have to do it.
Yes.
And she was always, yes, I want to do it. Subsequently, we would leave her track meet, jump on the road, go to North Carolina, whatever it was. We would, the guy would line it up so that this thing would end at 4. We'll be on the road at 4:05, going to Virginia, all
Yes.
that stuff kept happening. And, um, when we have on December 7th, we have some clips that we were doing that's going to be shown throughout the
Yes.
night. And one of the clips, he kind of talks about those moments
Mm-hmm.
when that I did a great job in allowing her to grow up, to make her own decision, to do what she wanted to do because she didn't feel like she had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a moment for us sitting there in the interview for me, saying, wow, wow,
Yes.
wow.
Wow. And
But as of now, she's a power lifter. She runs her
yes, she
own
is. That body.
personal training company and doing USA powerlifting. In fact, she just won first place at a meet last week, where she did lift 507, I think it was now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so yeah,
And she
just a
got
great time.
your son. Somebody got him in the gym because I see muscles popping everywhere. Your son too.
He is yeah, he's loving the gym as well. The male thing in him um, wants to think it's all him without influence.
Oh
He
man.
don't want to give his sister too much too much
No props. Yeah.
no props for that. But of course, we know he's inspired and he loves his sister because it shows because he's in the gym trying to get muscles as well.
Now, little Monty, 20 years with daddy. Now he's got a granddaughter.
Oh,
Is she
my.
miming also?
Yes, she really is.
Oh, I would love that. I would love to see that.
I do after school. I teach after school at Ready Academy, and I teach also at Blessed Christian Homeschool in Portsmouth.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got probably about at least 60 kids that I work with from after school.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started last month with a pilot program, a 4-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I'm going to try this, but, typically 4-year-olds, the attention span is so short, um, you know.
Yes.
So I said, what I do, I'll break it into a 30-minute session, see how it works. When I tell you my 4-year-old's about to shut it down.
That is marvelous.
They are making the older third, fourth, fifth graders, they put them to shame. They come in, they sit, they listen, they wait for directions, and they execute the move.
That is marvelous. Now, Alan, what can we expect from Out the Box Mime? It's Saturday, December the 7th, 2004 at 6 p.m. at the Mount. What can we expect?
Listen, you can expect ministry, mind, to have an explosion.
Wow.
And arts, because Dr. Amanda from DBI from Maryland, her son Samuel is a phenomenal dancer. So he's coming. They'll be coming in and ministering. Simon got not on AT&T now, so he's coming in. We have other friends coming in from out of town,
Wow.
singers. We get some Amani's in our story, and some the opening number with mime dance, flags, everything. So it's going to be a great time. About an hour and 15 minutes of hardcore arts ministry.
Amazing.
Having a great time.
Who can come?
It's open to the public.
Ooh.
It's free.
Yeah.
Free.
It's going to be FREE.
Oh my.
And we just want you to come and help us celebrate 20 years. That's basically it. We want you to come and have a great time. We want to get away and kind of get away from all this chaos in the world and be inspired. Come on and join us for an hour and a half and have us celebrate.
Absolutely. Folks can RSVP at 757-828-4268. You can go to www.mindtalkva.com.
Give our listening audience, Alan, take the time out and purposely invite everybody to this father, son, and granddaughter out of the box mime on December the 7th. Take this time out at 6 p.m. and invite everybody.
Listen, I want everybody who's under the sound here to come and help us celebrate 20 years of ministry with my daughter, Almani Ellis, and Out the Box Mind Ministry. For 20 years, sometimes you just never know who you're impacting. And I've seen, I found myself in the strangest places being tapped on the shoulder by grown men saying how we've inspired them. And watch men break down crying.
Wow.
In the meat department in grocery stores.
Yeah.
Over how we've impacted them. And I've had it happen at least 2 or 3 times. So if that's you, come out, help us celebrate. We'd love to have you. Your presence will make the moment that much more special.
Absolutely. Alan, what would you say if the 20 years ago Alan to the Alan now? In a couple of sentences, what would the conversation be like if you had a chance to talk to yourself?
If I had the time to talk to myself, 20 years from now, or from
20 years ago, Alan, to this Alan now, 20 years later, what would you say?
Listen, what took you so long? What took you so long?
Oh, man.
You don't really understand what God is doing. You just have to trust it.
Absolutely. Yeah. That is marvelous.
That's it, because we question, I question, and then buck the system, and then you look at 20 years later what God has created within relationships.
Wow.
And how to inspire people locally, abroad, and then to have the phone still ringing back in July to go to Greater Allen Cathedral in New York to be a part of a dance ministry was so huge for Donnie McClurkin and so many people at that ministry. We got to look at each other and just say, okay, and in fact, the girl still wants to stand beside the old man.
I tell you what, Alan, you all are doing it. The talent is there. God knew what he was doing when he gave you this assignment. And you've been a wonderful person, a wonderful friend. Almani, beautiful, talented, educated. You and Monique have done so well with your family. We want to say congratulations. I know I want to be there. I already RSVP. But again, the RSVP is 757-828-4268. Or go online at www.mimetalkva.com. Alan, you are wonderful. Go ahead.
And just come. RSVP, just show up.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
well, I tell you, thank you so much. Looking forward to it. And you all stay blessed. And we look forward to a wonderful, wonderful event.
Amen. Thank you.
Have
Thank
a
you for having me.
wonderful
Keep up in the tune.
God bless you. Well, I tell you what, ooh, you all come over here for a few seconds. We're going to talk to you about some upcoming shows, but we want to thank Alan Ellis for being here. And Mr. E, take it away.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on the most talked about radio stations in the whole wide world. That's WGPL 1350, WMVA 88.9, Peace 95.3, and WPCE 1400 AM.
Ooh. I tell you
Say
what,
this.
I tell you what, I tell you what. Looking forward to a wonderful event. That's December the 7th. Don't forget, if you all want to just come out to the Mount, come on out and celebrate with Alan and Almani. It's 12/7/2024 at 6 p.m.
That's right.
Oh man, father and daughter. You know, we talk about father and daughter, Mr.
That's
E,
right,
here
that's
on
right.
FYI. And we know how special that bond is. And we thank God 20 years they're able to bond, they work together, give to the community and enjoy, life with one another. I know it means a lot. I want to remind you all of a few things before we leave. Crystal Community Corporation's Young Women Achieving Success Mentoring Program. We are recruiting girls 11 to 17 years old. We'll be meeting for another open house. If you all are interested in coming out, just go ahead and inbox me right there where you are on social media, or you can call 757-287-6792 for more information. We will be recruiting the rest of this month and in December, and we want you to be a part of what we are doing. A young lady, a neighbor's daughter, or a friend's daughter, auntie, daughter, or your granddaughter, or someone that needs a support system, a friendship, and a sisterhood, and support. Please give them this information. Also, the Royal Ladies Pie. Get your pie order in, honey. Get your pie ordered, because we will deliver. The last day is going to be on Wednesday. And you're going to have to get those pie orders in. You can always get them after Thursday, but you got to make sure you get that pie order in so we can make those pies for you. The orders are coming in. I'm very excited about that. And we want to make sure you get your pies for the holidays. Don't forget Yolanda Hinton's new single, Make It All Right. Thank you all for supporting already. It's wherever music is sold, you can download. Mr. E, we got some upcoming shows.
That's right. We got the immigration is coming your way. Real estate and sports talk will be coming your way on FYI. So don't you dare touch that dial. Keep it locked so we can bring you nothing but the best. Remember, Thanksgiving is coming right around the corner. And if you need that pie, call the Royal Lady and get that pie.
757-470-0224. Mr. E, we do have another guest coming on. I think you had mentioned someone that would be coming on. Do we still have that guest?
From the immigration. Yes, we do.
Immigration, but it's someone else too. Go ahead.
And we also have...
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We also got a special guest coming our way. That's our good friend, my good friend.
We'll announce it. We'll
let you know more.
We'll let you know. But
yeah.
We're also going to be talking about immigration and, like Mr. E said, real estate. And After Dark will be going live soon as well. Please go to our FYI page on YouTube, FYI Radio host Yolanda Hinton. Please, we need the numbers. Help us to get our numbers up. Also, you can be a special guest, intern, or sponsor on FYI. Mr. E has the T.
If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, All you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. That's 757-714-7861. And don't forget, we're going to have Mr. Larry Fox that's going to be with us from the Broncos and the Jaguars youth football team. That's right. That's Mr. Larry Fox will be our special guest. And if you'd like to be a special guest, in turn, call us at 757-714-7861 or inboxes at whatever Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton Facebook page or FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com.
You all are a blessing. Thank you for sharing with us. Please tell somebody about FYI. And if you have any suggestions, you can also inbox us. We got to run. I'm sorry, time is going by. Look, TDOC234 joined us on Instagram. Thank you, Sheila Green, Katrina Brown, and all you, Sheila, Rob, all you all that are on. And Misty, I don't know who's on your feed, but hey, if we missed you, we just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
We will see you real soon. How about Fun Friday? Fun Friday giveaway, 9 years. We're going to really talk about that. And you all be blessed. Have a wonderful day.
Bye now. 2 up.